Hey, thanks so much for joining us here on 90s Plus on this Monday afternoon, this May the 13th. I'm 90s Meteorologist Chris Bianchi, and it really is beautiful out there. Taking a look outside at our studios here at Spear and Logan, it is just gorgeous outside. Same for us into the mountains as well. We just have a few cumulus clouds, but that is an indicator that we probably do have some showers and storms just around the corner. Starting to see some of those bubble on up for us in the central and northern mountains. And we'll see that continue, that trend continue over the next little while. In fact, you can see that off in the distance there. It looks like we have a little bit of virgo, that is rain that evaporates before it hits the ground on the west side of the metro area. And that's what you're seeing on the kind of top left side of your screen. That is that virgo, that is some of those darker clouds. Frankly, makes it look way worse than what's actually happening, but it is certainly looking a bit more ominous for us in the Denver area. Overall, though, it is pretty nice outside. So it's warmer for today. You've probably certainly felt that already. We're already well into the 70s. In fact, here in the 90s backyard, the 90s studios, it is 74 degrees right now. Isolated storms for today. More storms, more coverage of the storms for tomorrow. AC Doppler radar, you can see some of those showers and storms getting going for us here across the mountains as well as down into the plains. Seeing a few lightning strikes out by Walsenburg and La Vida Pass there west and south of Pueblo, but a closer look in here at the Denver area. We do have some showers and storms trying to bubble on up, but right now that is virgo. It's pretty dry at the surface right now, which means it's gonna be pretty tough for any of those showers to actually reach the ground. That said, they're gonna give it a go. They're gonna try over the next hour or two. We'll see a little, maybe a quick clap of thunder, a brief rain shower. More likely than not, what we end up with is a few raindrops on the windshield, and that's pretty much it. Isolated showers, storms. Very low impact stuff for today. Brief burst of gusty winds. That is pretty much all we're going to get out of any showers or storms that develop for this afternoon. Closer look in, though, at the metro area again. Any shower storms that we get this afternoon would be brief and isolated and kind of back things on up. Main window for any of those showers and storms will be over the next hour or two for us here in town. Again, this will likely fall in the form of a few raindrops in the windshield, a little burst of gusty wind, maybe a clap of thunder. And that is pretty much it with those rain or storm chances over the next couple of hours. Tonight, we'll see things clear on out, and then we'll see a better chance for showers and storms into tomorrow. So for tonight, we drop back into the upper 40s. Clouds will decrease for us. It's mostly clear and pleasant out there, seasonably cool for us. And by the way, it's the time of year, of course, where I'm getting lots of questions about whether or not to plant, what it looks like for vegetation, for tender vegetation. I think we're safely in the clear for the next week to 10 days, really for the foreseeable future in terms of keeping temperatures above 40 degrees and out of the danger zone for any frost or freeze concerns. Lows for tonight, we're in the 40s for us in the eastern plains, a few 50s in the far eastern plains, 30s for the most part into the high country. By the way, Leadville picking up 18 inches of snow yesterday, and that's going to melt off pretty quickly for our friends there at 10,000 feet. Increasing clouds for tomorrow, a bit cloudier, a bit more unsettled tomorrow, but it's actually a little bit warmer for tomorrow compared to today. We'll be in the mid to maybe even upper 70s for us across the eastern plains, some 80s in the southeastern plains, and temperatures, generally speaking, running about 5 degrees above our seasonal average for tomorrow. Average high for today is 70 degrees, and by the way, today marks our first day with an average high of 70 degrees or above of the year for us in Denver. Highs tomorrow, we're mostly in the 70s and in the 80s. So futurecast, we look ahead to tomorrow, we're going to have a bit more coverage of those showers and storms, especially in the mountains. That is out ahead of our next cold front. We're going to kind of see a little push of energy. A weak little disturbance drops on through, and that'll lead to that little added push of energy and a better chance for showers and storms, especially in the mountains. Above 10,000 feet, we are looking at some snow at the kind of tippy tops of the West Elk, as well as the Park, Medicine Bow, and Flat Top mountain ranges, and even down to the Swash ranges as well. And then Wednesday, we're going to see a cold front move through. That'll lead to a much better chance for rain for us on Wednesday. And Wednesday overall looking just pretty cool, stormy, and unsettled for us in the Denver area. So it's kind of a cool, unsettled day for us on Wednesday. And then we are going to be talking about much warmer conditions for the end of the weekend to the start of the weekend. How about some low 80s for us? Probably our warmest day of the year coming up for Saturday in particular. Then we sort of cool back down for Sunday and into Monday. Much nicer weather compared to what we had over the weekend. That kind of cool and settled weather that we were locked into. And final note I want to leave you with, I mentioned how Leadville picked up 18 inches of snow This was an unusually, we get snow in the middle of May in Colorado in the mountains. That happens every year. We can even get that snow down here into the Denver area this time of year. But it is unusual to see as much snow as what we saw over the weekend, getting 12 to 18 inches of snow for places like Fairplay, Breckenridge, Woodland Park, Minturn, Salida picking up over a foot of snow in the last week alone. That means our snowpack levels are running well above average for most of the mountains, but I want to draw your attention down there to the San Juan and Rio Grande river basins, where they mostly missed out on all the snow that the central and northern mountains got. And so snowpack levels, in fact, we've already melted off more than half of the snowpack in both of the San Juan and Rio Grande river basins. That is not the best news, but what is probably overall good news for our mountains. 6 of the 8 river basins running well above average in terms of their season-to-date snowpack, and we've only melted off about a quarter of that snowpack, and that is overall, generally speaking, pretty good news for us into the high country. And that means that our snowpack will probably last pretty deep into June, maybe even into early July. That'll help stave off that threat for wildfires. So overall takeaways: isolated storms today, better, more coverage for tomorrow. Wednesday looks overall just kind of cloudy, cool, unsettled, and then we start to clear things out with isolated storms for Thursday, and then much drier, much warmer for Friday and Saturday. So hopefully it gives you a good idea about what to expect over the upcoming days. Overall, a fairly tranquil pattern. We're not seeing any big rainstorms coming or any major threats for severe weather, nothing like that. Just a bit typical for the middle of May, with afternoon shower and storm chances basically every day over the next little while, with those chances probably highest tomorrow and Wednesday. Chief Meteorologist Kathy Seaman will have an update for you coming up at 9 News at 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10 tonight on the 9 News family of networks. Once again, I'm 9 News Meteorologist Chris Bianchi. Thanks for joining us here on 9 News Plus. Have a great rest of your Monday.